Hello children, welcome to CA class. Today we will continue the same chapter, chapter 6, Spreadsheets and Introduction. So students, earlier we studied about range. So today we will learn how to select the range. Apart from that, there is selecting of cell. You already know how to select the cell. Simply you have to point to the cell, you have to click on the cell and the cell will be selected. Now here there is that how we can select the group of cells, group of contiguous cells. So here students, range is actually, it is rectangular block of contiguous cells. I already told you it is rectangular block, means group of cells. When selected, it forms a rectangle. So if we have to select the contiguous cells, it can be selected with the help of keyboard or mouse. So first of all we will learn how to select it with the help of mouse. So what we have to do, see, if this is the Excel sheet and you have to select this range from here to here. Got it? Like if this is A, B, C, D, 1, 2 and 3. Now if we have to select from A1 to D3, what we have to do? We have to point this cell. Got it? Point to a corner cell of the range. It is not necessary we can point here also, we can point here also, we can point here and here. That means the corner of the range we have to point, whatever we have to select, okay? We can point here also and then we can drag the mouse pointer. Got it? If we are starting from here, if we point this, then we have to press the mouse button, left mouse button, and then we have to drag it up to D3 and then we have to release it. Got it? If we have to select this, means from here, this corner to this corner, then you have to point it to A3. You have to point the left mouse button on A3 and then you have to keep pressing it, drag it to D1 and then release it. Got it? The same way if you want to select it from here, then you have to point the left mouse button to D1 and then after that you have to keep pressing it and then you have to release the mouse button. You have to point to D3 and then after that keep pressing the left mouse button and drag the mouse up to A1 and then release it. Got it? So wherever you will release up to there, it will be selected. Okay, the group of cells will be selected. Now selecting a range using keyboard. Now with the help of keys on the keyboard, we can select. How? We have shift key. So first of all we have to point to the first cell, okay, or any corner cell you can point. If we are pointing here on A1, then we have to select it and after that you have to press the shift key in your keyboard. Then pressing the shift key in the keyboard, you have to press the right arrow key. If you will press it once, you will reach B1. Okay, both the cells will be selected. Then again you have to press arrow key. Then again you have to press arrow key 3 times. Okay, for earlier in the beginning it will be here. You have to press shift key. Okay, shift key should be pressed. You don't have to release it, remember, until unless it is selected up to here. Got it? So you have to point on this and then after that you have to press the shift key in the keyboard and then you have to press right arrow key 3 times so that you can reach D1 and then you have to press down arrow key 2 times so that you can reach D3. Got it? This way we can select the group of cells. Okay, that means the range will be selected. Got it? Point to the corner cell. Okay, here. Then you have to press the shift key in the keyboard. Hold shift key. Do not release. You have to keep pressing the shift key. Then move diagonally. So diagonally with arrow key we cannot move. How we have to go? We can simply go downwards or we can go right side. Okay, we can move right side with the help of right arrow key. Then we can move downwards with the help of down arrow key. Got it? So to come here we will use right arrow. To go downwards we will use down arrow key and all the group of cells will be selected. So now release the shift key. After you have selected the group of cells, that means after selecting the range, you have to release the shift key. So as we just now studied about selecting the range, now we will learn how to change the content in the cell. The content in the cell can be changed in two ways. If we select the cell and something is written in it, like in a cell, my name is written, Neelam. Then select the cell, okay, wherever something is written, and then after that start typing the new content. That means overwriting. What will happen? My name will be replaced with another content that you have entered. So the first is by overwriting the cell to be edited. Got it? I hope you understood what is overwriting. If something is written in the cell, select the cell and type new content. The previous content will be erased. The same way, the next is by partially modifying the cell content. Now, how we can partially modify half of the content? Like the spelling of your name is wrong. Then what you have to do? Why to type the spelling again? It is better double click inside the cell. Go wherever you want to edit the spelling. Okay, you have to use either backspace key or the delete key to delete the content, or you can use arrow keys to go to the desired position, delete or use backspace to erase, and then after that correct whatever is required. Okay, so that is partially modification. So if we want to edit the cell content by overwriting, now here first of all I will tell you how to overwrite the content in the cell. So what you have to do, select the cell. Like if here it is written hello and I want to replace it, I want to overwrite it. You know what we will do? Select the cell, type new content, start typing another one like Rajasthan. Then you have to press enter. Or you can also press enter button on the formula bar. You can see this is formula bar and here this tick mark is the enter button. This is cancel button. This is address bar, name box. As D1 is selected, it will be written D1 here. Whatever is written here, hello, then hello will be printed here. Okay, so whatever cell is selected, its content will be displayed here. And the cell which is selected, its address will be displayed here. Got it? This is address bar. It is also known as name box. This is formula bar. So what you have to do, if you have to overwrite, select it, type the new letter, new words, and then after that you have to click on the enter key or the enter button. This is enter button here near the formula bar. Okay. We will partially modify the cell content. So what you have to do for that, you have to select the cell. Then after that, you have to click in the formula bar. That means if the cell is selected and whatever is written inside it, what will happen? It will be displayed in formula bar. So you can directly go to the formula bar, then there you can change the spelling. Or you can press F2 key. Now what F2 key does? F2 key brings cursor inside the cell. Got it? After selecting the cell, we can press F2 key. F2 key will bring the cursor inside the selected cell. Got it? Or you can also double click inside the cell that you want to change. Got it? What you have to do, you have to double click inside the cell. Whichever cell is selected, simply double click. The cursor will appear inside the cell. Then use the arrow key to go back and forth. And then after that, wherever you want to change the spelling and then press enter button. Okay. So edit the cell, then press enter key, or you can also press enter button. Where is enter button? Just now I told you that it is near the formula bar. The right button near the formula bar is enter button. So you can click on that also, or you can also press enter key from the keyboard. Now students, I will tell you about undo and redo. These two icons you might have seen. So here undo and redo. First of all, we will study about undo. Undo means reverse or erase an action. That means if you have written something in cells, okay, it can be anywhere in MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, anywhere. You can use this feature. So if you have written something and then you thought that this is wrong, okay, and you want to undo it without erasing or without using backspace, you can simply click on this button and whatever you have written just now will be start erasing. Or you can also use Ctrl Z. Got it? You can press Ctrl Z many a time so that whatever you have written will be erased. Got it? Now, if you want that whatever you erased was correct, then you can use redo option. Got it? So whatever you erased, that means if you want to repeat the action, then you can click on this button. This is redo button. Or you can also use shortcut key Ctrl Y for redo. Okay? So this is the button for undo and Ctrl Z for undo. This is the button for redo and this is Ctrl Y you can press from the keyboard to repeat the action that you have just now erased. Okay? So this is shortcut key for the redo, that is Ctrl Y. So learn these shortcut keys. Undo and redo button you will be able to find at the top. Okay, in the title bar at the top you might have seen quick access toolbar. From there you can choose. Okay, you might have seen the blue color arrow facing anti-clockwise and facing clockwise. So that is undo and redo button in blue color in the title bar in quick access toolbar. To insert rows, like if you have created a table and in between you want a blank row in which you have to add one more row. Okay, means you have to add the data in whole row. So for that you have to click on have home tab. Then you have to go to the cells group. In cells group you have to go to insert. Okay, there you will get small drop down. In small drop down, when you click on it, then you have to click on insert sheet row command. Okay, in insert you will get insert sheet row command in the drop down. You have to choose it and then what will happen? The new row will appear. Wherever you have selected the row, the new blank row will appear. So now children, we will learn to insert column. So for that you have to select the column. Now how to select the column? You have to click on the column letter. Got it? When you click on the column letter where you want the new column, then the whole column will be selected. The same way for rows also you can do. You can click on the row number so that whole row will be selected. So here for column you have to select the column letter so that the whole column will be selected. Then you have to go to the home tab. Then you have to go to the cells group. Okay, in cells group there will be insert command. Okay, there will be a small drop down. You have to click on the drop down and then after that you have to click on this command. Okay, in the drop down and insert command you will be able to see insert sheet options. Just above it there is insert row options. Okay, insert sheet rows option. So here you have to choose insert sheet columns and then the new column will be inserted. Where it will be inserted, whichever letter you have selected, there only you will be able to see the new row. Whole row will shift behind, okay, shift to the left side and then you will be able to see the blank row there on the selected letter. Now students, we will study to delete rows and columns. Once we have inserted data in the table or in the worksheet, if you want to delete whole row or whole column, then we will study how to do it. So first of all, deleting the rows. If you want to delete one or more rows, what you have to do? You have to select the row first. How to select the row? By clicking on the row number, we can select the row. So, select the row. Then after that, go to home tab. Then you have to go to cells group. And then you have to click the delete command. Near the delete command, you will be able to see small drop down. You have to click on the small drop down. Then you have to choose the option delete sheet row. Okay. When you click on the drop down, delete sheet rows option will be there. So when you click on it, the selected row will be deleted. Now students, I will tell you how to delete the column. For that, you have to select the column that you want to delete. Now how to select the column? You have to click on the column letter. The whole column will be selected. And then after that, you have to click in the home tab. You have to go to the cells group. In cells group, you will get delete command. Small down arrow will be there. You have to click on it and the drop down will appear. There you have to choose delete sheet column option. As soon as you will choose it, the selected column will be deleted. So students, only this much for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.